Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. What I'd like you to do is fill in the Monroe Doctrine highlights sheet that's in front of you. This will piggyback off what you just watched on the YouTube tutorial. Alright, the Monroe Doctrine was one of the important documents passed to bring the United States into the world map and establish itself as a superpower. This is one more way of creating a strong national government. So go ahead and write national in here. So again, we've talked about 5 presidents up to this point, each president unique in creating and furthering the development of a strong national, central, federal government. This was important. All right, listed below are some important facts about Monroe's doctrine. Number 1, it stated that America would not allow or tolerate any type of European, so go ahead and write European here, or colonial presence in the Western Hemisphere. So we were telling Europe, we drew this imaginary line to stay out of the Western Hemisphere. We didn't want Europe in North, Central, or South America. Alright, next point. The doctrine stated that any type of intervention or presence of the European powers in the region was a direct threat to the safety, I'm going to write safety here, of the American country. So again, this is pertaining to Europe. We wanted to make sure that this would be considered the New World. It also stated that America would not tolerate the formation, you want to go ahead and write, of puppet governments in the region under the influence of colonial or European powers. Alright, in a puppet government, I've defined that right here. That's a government that would only do what Europe would want. So somebody might be in power, but in reality, they're a puppet being pulled around on a string by Europe. And we didn't want anything like that as well. The doctrine was passed as a specific veiled threat to Spain. So you want to write Spain here, which America feared would take back its lost territories in the South American continent that had recently declared themselves independent. So in other words, this was, France had been gone. They lost Haiti. They sold the Louisiana Territory. Obviously, England was gone after the American Revolution. So this is pertaining mainly to Spain. All right, America showed that it was serious about the doctrine when it invoked the rules and backed, you want to write, Mexico against the French leader. So again, this wasn't just about the United States. It was more so about Central and South America. We didn't want Europe in Central or South America. Soon after, this doctrine extended to regions all over, and you want to write here, Latin America and the Caribbean islands. So again, this would spread from Central all the way into South America. And if you think back to the PowerPoint, that's how you get new nations such as Colombia, Venezuela. These are new nations that pop up. Again, Spain is out. This is the new world. At this point, I'm going to ask that you work on a political cartoon. You'll have a packet. The packet is right under the note sheet that you're looking at. You'll see the first one. If you want to go ahead and turn your page, it'll just say at the top, practice cartoon. You can see that invisible line, there really was no line or fence. But again, there's a visual picture of a line that was drawn between North, Central, South America, and Europe. We were telling Europe to stay out. The purpose of this line was just that. It was to tell Europe to stay back, stay out. And this was not just for the United States. This would be for Central and South America. At this point, you can see that there's a number of cartoons. There's Group 1, there's Group 2, and Group 3. I think these get progressively harder. Group 1 would be, I think, the easiest, Group 2, and then Group 3. You'd want to take a look at the cartoon analysis sheet, and what you're going to want to do are you'll want to answer the questions pertaining to that particular cartoon. All right? And again, when I come back, I'll check that on Friday. All right, thanks for listening.